Welcome to the Accelatis Ascension Suite Environment Manager module. Without Accelatis Ascension Suite, when you want to manage your servers across your entire Oracle Hyperion EPM deployment, you need a remote desktop into each server to see, change, and manage your settings. This can be manual, time-consuming, and cumbersome, and it can be difficult to keep an audit trail of all the changes that were made over time. We're going to show you a better way. The Environment Manager is a place to get quick access to key configuration information about all the servers in your environment. Simply by clicking on a server, you'll see that you can see all sorts of server and product properties. You can see things like processes, services, and the file system. In this case, we can even drill in to get detailed version information about the various files. By drilling into the file system, you'll see not only information about the dates and sizes, but also about the version, so you can see if the files were the ones that you're expecting to see. You can also see who's on the system, as well as any jobs that may be running. You can also go in and get quick access to runtime KPIs or key performance indicators. The Environment Manager can also be used to tune the system. So in the case of HFM, just by clicking on the server and clicking on the property settings, we can quickly go in and make a setting change. Notice that with just a couple of clicks in Ascension Suite, we avoided the need to remote desktop into each server, open up each registry, and then create the registry key, which hopefully we typed in correctly. We can also see your various products. In this environment, we have HFM, and we also have SBase. So with just a click, you can see that we're able to view your server properties. And by clicking on the Detail tab, we can see your application properties. We can take a look at your HFM application statistics, as well as your SBase and your planning statistics. So now you have a single place to capture all the information across your entire environment for all of your applications, instead of having to search all over the place and burn valuable time when you're trying to address issues. You can also run the Accelatis Tuning Manager from the Environment Manager. This will allow you to see all of the properties of all of your servers in one place. So to tune a server, it's as easy as coming in. For HFM, for example, you can choose to see all of the servers that have HFM, and it'll show us just those servers. And as we go through the properties, you'll see the current value of each property on each server. You'll see a description of each property, and you'll also see if there are any side effects of having any incorrect settings. And it'll also show us the minimum, maximum, and default values. So for example, what we did on the main screen on the Topology tab for properties, we can do here for multiple servers at once, just by entering in the value and hitting apply. In a moment, all of our values will be changed to the new setting. This saves you the effort of having to make tuning settings individually across multiple servers in an environment. Imagine if you have 5 or 6 servers in one environment and you want to make one change. How much time and effort would that take? With the Tuning Manager, you can do all of this with one click. With Accelatis, you also get an audit trail for every setting change that was made in your environment. This functionality exists whether you use the Tuning Manager to make the change, or even if you change it via the native API, Accelatis will capture it because we're looking on the back end at all the various product settings to determine whether they change over time. There's an audit report available right here. The product settings audit report will show you the history of your configuration changes over time. The deployment summary report will take a snapshot of all your settings, all your installation files, all your tuning settings. That can be sent to PDF or Excel. Then you have a compliance report, which will go through all your different servers to let you ensure that your settings and install files match across servers. So if you have multiple servers of the same type, whether it's HFM server, SBase server, or planning server, you can ensure that all of your installation files, all of your versions are consistent, and all of your tuning settings are the same. Otherwise, you'll be alerted to any differences. The last thing in the Accelatis Environment Manager we'll discuss is the Script Manager. This is a place where we can create, load, and manage scripts in our environment. These can be combined with automation to run in a lights-out manner. So we're going to create a very simple script, and we're going to do something very innocuous. And now we're going to go ahead and save the script. In an ad hoc fashion, you can now run this script across all of your servers, and it will automatically push our script out, execute it, and return the results. And now that the script's been executed, you can actually see the resulting log file that was created on each of the servers. In this particular case, we have several servers that actually weren't wired at the moment. But these scripts can be batch files, or Visual Basic scripts, or any other scripting engine that's on your system. And as we mentioned earlier, they can also be leveraged with automation, which we'll show in another video. That's the Accelatis Environment Manager module. What you've seen is the ability to go across all servers in your environment, to get quick access to key configuration information, make settings changes, and tune your servers, have an audit trail for all changes that were made, whether they were within Accelatis or outside, and you also have reporting to see your settings, summary, and compliance, and the ability to run scripts.